What's going on, guys? Like a lot of you, I've been playing the Cologne 2016 Major Team and Fantasy Pick'ems. This is the second time I'm doing the Pick'ems. The first one was in the Columbus Major. I managed to pull a bronze for the Fantasy and a silver for the Team Pick'em. Obviously, I was trying to go for the gold, but it never really works out the way you expect. Teams are always going to upset, and there's just things that are going to happen that you really can't predict. And honestly, this Cologne Major is kind of looking the same for me. I mean, it started out decent, but there's been a lot of upsets, a lot of matches that just didn't play out the way I thought they were going to. For instance, Nip versus Flipside. I did not think Nip was going to lose that one, but somehow they did. And then today, with Team Liquid versus Navi, just was not expecting that to happen at all. I mean, they got slaughtered on that third map on Cobblestone, as you see here. 16-6. Guardian hardly broke 10 kills in this match. It's just ridiculous. I know Liquid is a pretty damn good team. They almost won the Columbus Major. They just choked on those final two matches versus Luminosity. They only needed one round, but they're so inconsistent. You just never know what they're going to do. Sometimes Simple and Hiko show up, and sometimes they don't. But in these matches, they managed to show up pretty damn well when they took Navi, which is just crazy. Nobody thought that was going to happen. That was a major upset of this tournament, and it hurt me. I mean, I lost 6 points from that, so I'm not doing great. I'm only 2 points away from silver. I still have a chance for gold, but I got to get all of these next predictions right. Otherwise, I'm shit out of luck, and that's pretty scary. But looking at these matches for tomorrow's semifinals, we have Virtus Pro versus SK Gaming. Virtus Pro is actually kind of showing up this tournament. It's pretty crazy because they've been slumping as of lately. As everybody knows, they've been in a major slump. The Virtus Plow that we all known from the past just has not been showing up. But in this tournament, they've managed to win all of their matches, and it's pretty crazy. I mean, all the way back from day one, I definitely thought Mouse Sports was going to take that, but it was Train. They were stupid for letting Train through. But either way, Virtus Pro managed to beat them there. And then the second day, yet again, Virtus Pro was able to beat Team Liquid. I thought Liquid was going to take that one, but didn't happen. And then, again, right here, fucking Virtus Pro taking Astralis. And I mean, granted, they haven't versed the hardest of opponents, but still, pretty damn good teams. Obviously, Liquid having some upsets in this tournament is a pretty damn good team, inconsistent or not. Astralis, again, is a pretty damn good team. So the fact that they've been rolling these teams, they have a chance at winning this. I don't think it's a great chance. I would definitely give SK Gaming, which is actually the Luminosity lineup, as we all know. They're just a dominant team, one of the best teams in the world right now. And, it's going to be hard for Virtus Pro to take it. I mean, I would give SK probably, in this match, I'd probably give them a 70% odds of winning. I'd give Virtus Pro probably 30 or so chance to win this match. Believe it or not, just because Luminosity is just a kick-ass team. They haven't been doing amazing in this tournament, but they haven't been doing horrible either. I mean, they did beat Flipside 16-7 and 19-17, so this one definitely went into overtime here. But still, Flipside managed to beat Nip. And Nip, obviously, is a good team, but they're not a great team. If they show up, they do good, but they're more individual skilled and strategy-wise anyway, so it's not an amazing accomplishment. But still, you got to give props to Flipside and the fact that Virtus Pro was able to beat them, or not Virtus Pro, but SK was able to beat them is a pretty big feat, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's kind of a hard call, but honestly, I'm going to go with SK Gaming here just because Luminosity is so dominant. I mean, you have Cold Zera, you have Fallen, and you have Taco. They're just destroying kids. And then you always have Fur and FNX on the back, and they're always coming in and doing their job as well. If they all show up, it's just there's no way you're going to beat them. No way in hell. So honestly, I'm going to have to go with SK here. I mean, I like my Pasha biceps. Snacks has been showing up in this tournament, but it's just, I don't see them winning this, guys. I honestly don't. But as far as this Liquid versus Fnatic goes, I mean, like I said before, this is a hard match to choose. I mean, there's a possible upset in the making here. Fnatic did have a very good set of matches today. If you go and look back, I mean, they just destroyed Gambit. 16-3 on Cash and then 16-5 on Train. I didn't even really see much of the Cash match, but I saw a lot of the Train. And, I mean, they were just destroying kids. Olaf Meister coming back from his injury. I mean, just playing out of his mind. I mean, granted, it was Gambit, and they're not the hardest team in the world, but, Fnatic definitely showed up for this match. I mean, they did lose their first group stage match, so they definitely had to come back and show kids that they're ready to take this tournament. I mean, they're ready to win this, and they definitely have the team to do it. I mean, if they all show up, you know what I mean? It's going to be dominant. Obviously, flush a hackers sometimes, but in any case, you still got to have respect for Fnatic, and I mean, they have a really good chance of taking this. But on the other side of the spectrum, you also have Liquid. I mean, you have Simple, who's just a dominant destroyer when it comes into just running into sites and having those entry frags. I mean, this kid, he could just go Super Saiyan at times, and you just can't stop him. You cannot stop him. And if you have Hiko pulling off its clutches, I mean, it's crazy. And it's one of these matches here, yeah, Hiko top frag, 23 with 8 assists and 19 deaths. I mean, I'm pissed that I didn't choose Hiko on my fantasy team today. It's like every time I choose him as a clutcher, he doesn't do good. Then when I do choose him, or when I don't choose him, he does do good. It's retarded. Same thing with Edward. I've been choosing Edward like crazy, and I don't choose him, and now he does good. It's just my luck. I choose Seized, and I was going to choose Flamey, and that kind of pissed me off too, because Flamey on one of these matches just went crazy. But yeah, right, 26, 6, and 16. But anyways, that's just my luck. But looking back at Liquid, not to stray too far away from the subject, this specific match, you know, they got the fucking members on this team to do some damage. I mean, JDM, he's a very good opper. He's been getting crazy op kills in this tournament so far. Elige, he's always there to pick up some kills. Nitro, I mean, the whole team in general. But you definitely have to look at Hiko and Simple. They're definitely the MVPs of this team. And if they show up, they have a potential of beating Fnatic in this match. So that's why it's so difficult to choose this. And I've been going straight forward with the favorites almost every single time. I've been afraid to choose an upset, even though I knew there was possibilities for it to happen. But now coming down to the wire, the only chance of me getting gold, you know, lies in the fact, do I choose Fnatic and go with the favorites? Or do I go with Liquid, go with my NA team, and actually hope that they don't choke this time and hope that they show up? And honestly, I think I'm going to go with Liquid on this one. I mean, it's probably stupid of me. Just like last tournament when I went with Liquid at the end there and they got their asses whooped by choking. But I think I got to go with Liquid on this one, guys. I mean, they're my NA team. And like I said, I got a lot of respect for Fnatic. They're definitely one of my favorite teams out there. But it's difficult. As far as my fantasy team's going, again, I'm not doing that great. I mean, 40%. You need at least 30% to hit bronze. So I'll be lucky if I even hit bronze. I mean, I'd really love to hit silver. Definitely no way I'm going to get gold now at this point in time. But, you know, this is my lineup today. And Guardian, he just kind of shit the bed. Seized, he didn't even do very well. And even Luminosity, they did decent, but it wasn't that great today. So it's just kind of disappointing. And I mean, in my past, he's been my picks. Like I said, I've been playing Hiko. I've been playing Simple on my entry fragger, and he's been doing some pretty crazy shit. Obviously, every time I pick Nip, they just end up sucking the bed. So, I mean, that didn't work out too great for me. But what are you going to do? You know, these are the picks that you make, and this is the shit that happens. So, as far as tomorrow is concerned, I mean, I've seen a lot of people. I've been watching a lot of videos. A lot of people are choosing Fallen for their sniper here. But I don't know. I mean, if I'm going to go with Liquid as beating Fnatic, because I know it's got to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be like a shutout by any means. I mean, if I think Liquid is going to do what I think they're going to do, I may have to go back with JDM on my opping spot and just hope to God that he actually comes in for us and does what he needs to do. And obviously, again, with the entry fragger, Simple being such a beast at that, I think it'd be stupid not to put him as my entry fragger. Cold Zero on Commando, I just got to keep him there. He's usually pretty consistent when that comes. Taco with that. I mean, if I look at Cologne and then I go down back to SK here and I look at what Taco's been doing as far as pistol kills, I mean, 21. He's definitely been doing the best out of the whole team as far as ecoing is concerned. But also, if I look at Liquid, wherever the hell Liquid is, I think they're way down here at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, Simple, he has 30 pistol kills in Cologne so far, which is pretty crazy as well. But Nitro even has 35. I would have to buy Nitro sticker if I wanted to put Nitro on there. But I think it's safe to say putting Taco on there because Luminosity, SK, versus Virtus Pro. I think Taco's going to get some good kills. So I'm just going to keep Taco as my Eco Warrior. Like I said, probably keep Cold Zero as my Commando. Now the only question is, do I keep Fallen as my Clutch King or do I switch over to Hiko? I mean, Hiko only has 8 clutch kills in this tournament so far, which is actually second to bottom in the whole Liquid team, which is pretty crazy considering Hiko is the clutcher. I mean, he's a fairly good player, but he's really an only good clutcher. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't consider him a good entry frag or a good op or anything like that. He's only a really good clutcher, and then otherwise he's just a fairly okay player. So if you're going to put him in here, you got to put him in his clutch. And if he ain't clutching very good, which he isn't compared to all his other teammates, then it might not be a good idea to choose him. But looking at all these guys on SK, they all have 4s and 2s and 3s for their clutches. So I don't think I should put Fallen as my clutch king. I honestly think Hiko's going to show up, and if he does, it's going to be pretty destructive. I mean, you saw him back in Columbus when he was pulling his clutches. I mean, just playing with his fucking mind. It was just insane, and it was beautiful to watch. It was some great CS right there. It was some of the best CS you'll ever see in your life. I mean, what else can you ask for, honestly? I mean, there's other people here that I could choose. I could choose Snacks from Virtus Pro, but again, I think Virtus Pro is going to get beaten, and I don't think it's good practice to choose members from the team you think is going to lose. So I think this is going to be my lineup. I'm probably going to get shit on. I'm probably going to end up getting like bronze if I'm even lucky, but that's what I'm going to go with, guys. So good luck to everybody. I mean, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You know, this is for fun anyways, even though it ended up costing me $40 to buy all these damn stickers. But I did manage to get a case drop with Pasha Biceps as a signature, so that's pretty cool. It's nothing special. It's only an overpass, but you know, it's $7 right now. Hopefully that goes up so I can recoup some of this money that I threw for all these fucking stickers. But in any case, guys, thanks for watching.